Hello, friends. It's Miss Felicia Storytelling back again. We have a book today called Nobody Hugs a Cactus, and this is one of my favorite books. So I hope that you guys enjoy it today, and I hope you can see the pictures well as I am trying to get my video to work for me today. Okay? Nobody Hugs a Cactus. Can you see my little friend right there? His name is Hank, and he is who our story is about today. Okay. Here is our title page. Nobody Hugs a Cactus by Carter Goodrich. He is the author. He wrote the book. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window. The window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. I want to show you, look at his face right there. I think he's very happy. But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. See his face there? Silly Hank. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello!" shouted a tortoise. "Private property!" yelled Hank. "Keep out!" The tortoise was so frightened that he hid in his shell. Oh my goodness. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit passed by. "Hiya, Prickles!" she shouted. "My name isn't Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard." Look at that face. "Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits. What's next?" said Hank. A coyote came lopping by. "No dogs allowed," Hank yelled. "I'm not a dog," said the coyote. "And you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside," he said. Before Hank could yell at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. "Keep off the grass!" shouted Hank. "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs a cactus." "Hi," said a lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I do not want a hug." "Well, that's good," said the lizard, "because I don't want to give you one." Then he skittered away. Oh. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, "well, I guess I could give you one." "Who, me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little lonely. You see Hank's face? The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. The wind began to pick up, and an old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. "Great," said Hank. Look at that. Look what happened. Oh my goodness. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. "I'll get it off you, Hank," she shouted, and she jumped up to knock the cup off of Hank's face, and then she tumbled away. I think Hank's looks pretty happy there. What do you think? Maybe surprised? Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie, and he felt bad about all the other times he'd been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Hank decided to grow the best flower that he could, and then give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days, but at last it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. Then at last, finally, she did come bouncing back. Hank held out the flower. "Look, Rosie," he said, "I grew it just for you." Rosie was so surprised, she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice. Hank did not want to let go. And as things turned out, he couldn't. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. The end. I hope you loved Everybody, or actually Nobody Hugs a Cactus is what the book is called. But guess what? I bet you can find somebody in your home to give the biggest hug to. And who knows, maybe you guys might get stuck together. Until next time.